Oh no! Slash Wrath and Pride. Ew. We keep running into these mannequins. Are they made by the Nursefathers? Yes, to be more specific, it's just the ring Nursefather. Corporism, an art movement that utilizes the interaction between human bones and muscles, the contraction and the elongation thereof, with a splash of cubist technique, it seems. Nasty. Observe closer. Do you see them? Writhing, carved into their bodies. Those corpses were engraved with a wild scrawl of a message carved within a blade. They began shuffling as at us in that uncanny rhythm, entirely devoid of any semblance of will. Dearest daughter of ours, the ring. Please pay close attention to the way the line curves. It's a rib cage. From ribs, we can make blades keener than any sword. From femurs, we can make bludgeons sturdier than any mace. The threat cage has taken this repossessing yet hearty shape of an arch to keep the heart and the lungs from harm. Preserve this natural beat of human corpus, and do not infringe upon its primeval, precise value. Oh no, did I die? No, okay. Connected to chat room. Looks like I'm doing okay still. Uh-oh, there we go, okay. That is the reverence with which the act of creation must be handled, just as musicians handle a priceless instrument. Touch it, if you will. Do your fingertips feel the contour of a blade along the grains of musculature? Musculature. Its tendons and sinews. Yoshide. Yuck. The bones are the one most desperate for life have become a blade best fit to reap it. Indeed it has, hasn't it? I knew from the very fathoms of my heart that you could appreciate the true value of this piece, Yoshide. The care put into this piece I have so painstakingly birthed into the world is greater than that of any other work of mine. The smallest fracture or imbalance could instantly render it useless. Once this piece is complete, dearest Yoshide, I would like you to wield it. I will. Never got to finish that precious piece he'd always ramble on about, did he? Or she muttered to herself. Okay, combat. Oops, wait a minute. I thought I was going to ask to confirm. You beat this level? Here's some dust, yeah. Here's some dust. Thank you for playing the game. The elevator up ahead is operational. I could see the light of the elevator beyond the lockdown door. And power has returned to the elevators. It can only mean that Hohenheim had arrived at facility management room. Then... guys with guns! Once the elevator doors opened, LCA agents began pouring into the facility in perfect order. When do we get this character? I want this character. Look. Relax. They immediately began hacking and shooting down anything that got in their way. There wasn't the slightest hesitation in their movements, as though drilled into them over countless rehearsals. From the way they never failed to deliver a killing blow to any target that so much as twitched, even when it was already mangled beyond recognition. I could tell they were seasoned veterans with years of combat experience. The Otis one? Too late. I began to grow certain that these fighters could brush aside any obstacle we faced with ease. LCA Special Operations Unit, was it? They sure know how to clear a room. Testing, come in. Oi, give me that. Oi, you alright, mate? Actually, was it this week? I don't know. The heck? No need to shout into the mic, Heathcliff. We can hear you just fine. Apologies. My assistant's temperament leans on the more impatient side. I forgot he was the assistant. Sinner Otis' conjecture was correct. After arriving at the facility management room, we have been observing the hallways through a device here. The video feeds quality, well, leaves much to be desired, but the LCA has arrived at this sector. Can confirm that on this end as well. We have visual on the LCA units past the lockdown doors, shutters. But all I've managed so far is to remove one security wall in your path. It's nothing to do with restoring the internal elevators leading to the other departments. Whichever may be the case, does this mean that the wounded can now be transported to safety? Not quite. While they managed to send the LCA down here via unknown means, the entire facility has to be restored in order to return upstairs. It is indeed a relief, however. It seems that the agents have been deployed to each sector. They should be able to secure the rest of the survivors. Though, I've never been one to be interested in the art of killing and battling, particularly those without even a tangential relation to research. I have heard that they are rather formidable combat force, even by the standards of the city as a whole. Eyes forward. What? What is that? It's your boy! The lights flickered, and 3 LC agents who were advancing while covering the front of their squad simultaneously fell to the floor without so much as a scream. They're dead. Look, your boy got him. All that experience just to instantly get decapitated. He's got the Joker mask thing, whatever. Is that a pen? Like a broken lamp, the light past the security wall continues to flicker. Between each flicker of the malfunctioning light, the outline of the intruder's weapon seemed to shift into a different shape. At first, the shadow stretched into the sharp tip of a pick. Then, after several more flickers, it took on familiar outline of an axe, very much resembling Rodea's own. Judging by their appearance and gear, it is likely that they are LCA's reconnaissance specialized unit. Most likely in the same vein as the team that arrived at the monolith retrieval mission. Recon team or not, how did the intruder manage to wipe out such a well-trained team, all on his own? Hohenheim, do you hear us? Indeed. Has the LCA taken care of the situation already on your end? No, they're dying. You mustn't step foot out into the hallway. Why might that be? I've just watched the LCA agents take down an abnormality with quite impressive precision. To suppress such a tricky entity in mere minutes, fascinating. This calls for additional comment on its observation log. The LCA reinforcements sent to our sector, they're all dead. What? Ooh, eh. Were this battle fought in an open field, even the LCA's reconnaissance team alone would have sufficed to avoid defeat. However, this is what happens to prey who forget that they've been ensnared in a spider's web. Probably did it by being level 80 or something, some shit like that. Is he level 80? Is it going to be one of those things? Okay. They never fight on even ground, always drawing their prey to locations where they have the absolute advantage. They wouldn't have lost an open field, you say? It's meaningless to speculate over what'll never happen. Look, his prey ensured their demise by walking into his hunting ground. What Alyssa had described earlier was becoming more and more apparent to us. A relaxed but disciplined Galt. The man, after having slaughtered dozens of LCA agents, slowly turned around to face us, his sharp dress shoes lazily clopping against the floor. He seemed to have been aware of our presence from the get-go. Light dances across the glossy surface of his white mask. He turns a smile in response to Roshi's furious wrath. Then his lips part, soundlessly mouthing a sentence word by word. Now it's like a bajillion levels above the sinners. I don't know if I don't like it. Because they give the boss like offense level down 10 and it's like it just doesn't do anything. They have 10 extra levels. It doesn't do anything. Hi sweetheart, how did your reviews go? Hey sweetheart, how did your training go? Same old, dull and boring. House of spiders. Dad. That wound on your arm, did you do that to yourself? Ah, yes. I had to stab my opponent with a knife 38 times through my own arm. Through my own arm? The 20th stab was where it really began to hurt. Wait a minute. Dad. Okay, I did read that. I was like, wait. Dad. They say that the pain of burning hurts at least 100 times worse than the pain of getting stabbed. Did you know that? So when you have to take care of someone, I hope you won't use fire. Lest their death be slow, and their dying breath curses your name on their long descent into hell. Don't they deserve to watch their lives flash before their eyes in relative peace? Level 200 boss, 140 offense level down. So they get extra 60 offense level. Look, Pico, it's your boy. That's him. Cool in certain situations, like against Mr. Papa Don Quixote, it showed how strong he was, but like, fuck ass Lucio. Got a scratch in your cheek. Here's a bandage. It happened during Velicinia's class, didn't it? Her methods are simply too violent. She's the kind of teacher who uses the number of scars as a measure of training, intensity, and effectiveness. Let's take good care of that wound so it doesn't scar, okay? Whatever. It gets to be too much at some point. If what LCE has told us through the transmission is true, then the executive manager is in danger. I'm just as concerned as you are, Otis, but we're not exactly out of the woods yet either. The security camera's feed's working again? Yeah, look, it's pointed right in front of our door, but come see. If my memory fails me not, then this man's attire suggests he is the middle. Oh boy. I wish we know what happened to the LCA in the other sector. Yeah, this guy's practically tearing people apart. Is he shouting something? I can't quite hear what he's saying through the feed. He's hot? Oh my god. Yoshide. He is shouting Yoshihide repeatedly, so as he fills the silence between them with a boisterous guffaw. Face split into a wide grin, body convulsing with laughter. What joy does this madman find in this carnage? That's an insanely powerful kick. Flung that guy all the way to the side of the hallway. The footage is pretty blurry, but don't you think he's got a prosthetic leg? No, it's just a bunch of chains. Maybe not. I guess a leg covered completely in augmentation tattoos could look something like that. Oh, are you looking at Papa's mighty bear paw? Who are you? Who the heck are you? Kira. I am Kira. Oh god. It's a killer. A covert approach. Men, battle positions. Oh, you guys got it all wrong. You're watching my papa work, aren't you? Don't mind me, Kay. I'm not gonna pick a fight with you guys. I'll just hang around here while you guys get the important stuff done. Carry on and watch him work. Your papa? That guy's your dad? Uh-huh. Isn't he like super badass? Yo, did you guys see that? Gosh, that text straight up fire. So dope. But the character design looks like a VTuber. It does. I've been trying to recreate that myself, but it's not the same, you know? How he's doing that. Totally folded that guy up and tossed him like a baseball all the way to the other end of the hallway. To treat a massacre as no different from a gamer sport. What a contemptible scoundrel you make. Oh, so you're into that kind of character, huh? Sick character. I'm a huge fan of him too. Did you read the latest issue of the Cloudburst Blade? There's this new character who just talks like you do. Lifting his bamboo hat, he goes, wait, you don't know the Cloudburst Blade? Oh man, I've been trying to sell it to everyone I know, but no one's interested. One of them's obsessed with training all day. One of them talks with her sword all day. One of them just wanders around the place all day. And the other one, you know what she said? I think the story indulges in far too many logical fallacies. What the heck kind of book review is that? Like, bro, who wastes time nitpicking about what makes sense and what doesn't when reading a comic book? Gosh, I don't think I'd ever vibe with that girl. Anywho, Has anyone here actually read The Cloudburst Blade? If you did, well, if I may have but 4 hours of your time, good sir. Enough. If you thought you could distract us with your nonsensical prattling, think again. Otis, I don't see the middle nurse father on the feed anymore. If she's his apprentice, then... Hi, kiddo, what are you doing all the way out here? Haven't I asked you not to wander too far? Drat. Distraction successful. No more transmission. They've all gone quiet. Hark, young Ishmael, young Otis. Wherefore doth none respond? This is bad. We don't even have the manager with us. We're all in the dark. We must make haste and restore the facility to its operational capacity. The sooner we obtain access to the security wall controls, the sooner we can coordinate with each other. As luck would have it... Ew. I ain't fighting that, no. We should be able to locate one of the lost pieces of circuitry in this room. Nah, we're good. These remains, the ring has made its mark here. Ew. Boy, don't force yourself to look so hard at them. No, disgust as an emotion holds very little sway over me. It's just that... Boss. Don't look at their faces and try to tell who's who. Right. I lost my focus for a moment there. Let us carry on. What? Is there anything you wish to say to me? This is highly irregular, but it seems that Faust also expressed disagreement with Ho and I. Agreed with what? That we must restore the facility with as much haste as we can employ. Let's get to work. Oh God, Nursefathers. More than one? There's 3 of them. Leaving behind the perpetrator of the carnage greeting Ryoshi on the other side of the security wall. We had no other choice but to make our way toward the lab. Miss Ryoshi, perhaps this question of mine is one you might not wish to grace with an answer. And if it indeed is, do feel to let it float past. But what is your connection to these so-called Nursefathers? They're all my fathers. Literally running burn, can't be complaining about fighting around. What do you mean? And I don't get to pick the characters here. Your relationship with them does not seem to have been brewed in mere bad blood. And in the change in your countenance, I sensed a flash of something almost imperceptible. I haven't put all the pieces together just yet, but they were Nursefathers. My fathers who forged the sword that I am.